Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. How is everybody doing today? I hope your computers aren't blowing up like mine, left, right, and center. No. Well, I lost one. I lost my my main, just my multi-purpose media center PC. Whoa, cat. Whoa, come here, bud. I'm sorry, buddy. You almost knocked my monitor over. Here you go, bud. There you go. There you go. Alright. Woo, yeah, Kitty's like, he like stood up and brushed full flat. Now my screen is covered in cat hair. Oh joy. Well, greetings everybody. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? I can get you a link and send later. Alright. Alright, well, yeah, so I come on in today and, I go and push the power button to turn on the computer and it's like nothing happens. Push again, nothing happens. Yeah, I think the power supply fried. It's my basic media PC. So, like, what are we talking about today? Well, how about Linux is portable? Because, I really haven't skipped a beat. Same operating system that you still see over here. That's simply because that computer always runs on an external hard drive anyway. I just threw my spare laptop there and docked it to the hard drive, docked it to all the stuff. I'm unfortunately running it off of Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet, so every now and again I'm getting a little... but it will happen anyway. So, but that's that. That's another story, I guess. Whoa, I forgot to set my comments set. Right. Where are my comments? And there we are. There's my comments. So, Thomas Holt, greetings. I've been enjoying the daily walk videos. Yes, those are on my other channel, on our Walk in Christ channel. I do a daily walk, just basic philosophy stuff related to the church. Kind of like outdoor philosophy, but outdoor philosophy is more secular, more generic. All right, Play It Next Games. How's it going there? Time to get the party started. Bring the chips, bring the chips. I got the water, man. Just for me, how's it going there? Ferrum, I'm sorry. Jessica. Ferrum. Hi. STS, greetings. Mitchell, hello to you. Adzija, how's it going there? The cat is the favorite live stream cat. Yeah, he's cute, isn't he? He's just like, yep. Alright, Roger says, rawr, and the kitty says, meow. Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh, how's it going there? Marcel, how's it going? Cat tail shown. Yes. Kitty tail. Meow. Clock of frickin'. How's it going there? Pizza, pizza. Greetings. Everyone say pizza, pizza. Tonight won't be long on the man. Okay. 101, greetings. Have the same thing happen. Feel the pain. Well, you have as many computers as I do. I went down to like Best Buy, but nah. I made an offer on one that they had, but they didn't want to price match Amazon, so I walked. I could replace the computer or I could replace the power supply. Now, the thing is why didn't I just pick up a power supply? Because it's one of the low-end commercial PCs. They don't sell power supplies for those. I can get them. They're, and they're cheap. I mean, I can probably look on Craigslist and see if I can find what I need locally, but we'll see. But anyway, if anybody happens to have a spare PSU, let me just go and grab that now. Let me let you know what I'm looking for. Yeah, here she is. Oh, yeah. All right, so this one is a Lighton. Part number is 54Y8894. Anyway, it has a power supply unit that would be similar to that, compatible with that. Let me know. We'll see what it would cost in shipping and stuff. And we have an EC number, EC308593. So it's just a basic commercial thing. So you can test if these work by, this is the main chip that goes onto the board, and you find the green/black wire, which on this one is right here. Your green wire is your fourth wire in, and then you jump between wire 4 and wire 5, and that should give you fan spin. If the fan spins, the PSU is good. In this case, the fan does not spin. PSU is bad, so I need to replace this, and then hopefully everything else will work in the computer. But I don't know. Sometimes when the PSU goes, when it goes, it fries everything on the way. And so it's possible this thing is a bucket of spare parts. So if anybody wants a bucket of spare parts too, maybe we could do that as well. I don't know. And I thought, I wonder if I could take this thing and get me a little micro board and build something that would fit into it. But I don't know. We'll think about it. Various options. But hey, I have a laptop taking that place up right now, and it works sufficiently enough for me. So, you know. All right, let's see. Visiting grandparents whose house was burned down. Do you guys be interested in a video about their property? Yeah, that would be interesting to see. KO2610, greetings. Have more than a year ago, during the car fire, this is the first time on their property. Little did I know that my grandpa on the other side would also get his house burned down. Not good luck, man. You'll have to have like one of these Charlie Bucket situations and have you and both sets of grandparents are living with you. That'd be interesting, right? Ragash, greetings. All right. Okay. Same thing happened to our HP. Yep. Anyone here installed Void Linux? I have not. If you're doing it on a virtual machine, though, the guys at Void Linux did reach out after my last video and said it's probably the version of VirtualBox I was using. So if you're trying to install it on VirtualBox, then you do have to watch your versions. As far as on real hardware, I don't know. When I buy a PC, do you success assemble? Or I never suggest anybody buy HP. They are a slimy company. And don't buy HP if you actually want to support a decent company. I like Dells are good. I find Lenovo's are pretty good as well. Acers don't play as nice with Linux as other things do. Otherwise, I've liked Acers in the past. Like, they're okay, but I like Dell or Lenovo if I'm buying one, a pre-built one. But if you have the ability to build your own system, you get twice as much power for half the money. So that's what I would do. Never installed Void. Embarrassed to say. The exit's fine. Tells me not a bar style, just a regular. Never installed Arch, but tried Void. What's the wattage of that? Looks like about 250 if I'm reading it right. Since they're not commercial things, it's kind of hard to say. Had one PSU similar to that, but the PC was so old it's literally in the trash now. Yep. Just join what you miss. You know, dead computers. Wattage and graphics info would be great. Wattage should probably, yeah. HP equals horrible products. Yep. Ordering from Dell or Newegg is all right for general purpose systems. They have good customer service, and I've had a problem for specialized systems. They aren't as good. HP sucks. All right. Main PC is a laptop. It's an Acer. All right. How's yours work with Linux, and what are you running on it? Worked on a Dell recently. The problem with the Dells, like my older Dell, which is still running my Windows 7 system, that one, I think that computer has been completely rebuilt a few times. I think the only thing that is completely genuine on that is the processor, the motherboard, and the case. Just the bottom of the case. I have replaced the processor fan, the screen, the top bezels. I don't think I replaced the wireless card. I don't know. I have not replaced the hard drive. I have replaced the keyboard. So there's so many things. Now, my newer Dell, the keyboard is a little bit messed up, but the model on that, you literally have to disassemble the entire computer. The keyboard is mounted from the bottom up, not like most of the computers where there's two pull screens and then lifted out, which the way it should be. But this, it embeds it from the bottom. It's a giant nightmare of a keyboard. Kind of crazy. Oh, boy. All right, let's see. Age of system as well. That system is about 5 years old now, so I'm thinking it might just be worth replacing it. I should have the money next month to replace it if I wanted to. So it's kind of, for me, 50-50. Like, if I can get it back up and running, that's good. It'll save some money. If I have to buy a new one, I probably can, being as that that's a computer that's, you know, it's not exactly like I really need anything beefy there. I could probably just go online and buy a few things for it and fix it up. That might be good. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Acer Aspire E5 running Linux Mint. Yeah, we had a friend who had an Acer Aspire, and we wanted to put Ubuntu Studio, and we could not get that working. So finally, I just went with Linux Mint. Rolling releases don't play nice with it. Okay. Or Debian. I can understand that. All right. Okay, Acer has a Broadcom Wi-Fi. Other than that, everything else is good. 46 on the table across the room with me, running Windows 3.11 as well. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and just dive into topic, and then we'll come out and hang out. We'll probably wrap up the stream a little earlier, just because I have so much work on my pile of things to do, and I want to get to it. Let's go ahead and jump on over. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today I wanted to just talk briefly about the portability of Linux. And why? Well, because my media PC, I woke up today and come into the office, go to turn it on, and it's got nothing. Well, it does appear that the power supply unit is fried in the thing. Now, the computer is like 5 years old, and I paid maybe $300 for it. It's just a generic, basic Lenovo tower. So I'm thinking, do I want to just buy another one or pick up a PCU or a PSU, whatever? And so I'm just kind of deciding that. But the thing is I really haven't actually skipped a beat. I still have my media PCs right here in front of me because Linux is portable, and I'm just running it off of my spare laptop, which I have readjusted my tables right behind me here to have 2 laptops on it instead of 1 laptop and a desktop under it. And so what I want to talk about here is what makes Linux portable. So what do we mean by portable? Well, when you have an operating system on a disk, then as long as you can boot into that disk and get into that disk to boot the operating system, then your system will boot. Now, if you are running Windows, Windows does not install drivers for everything under the sun on it. They have made a lot of very good progress in recent years to be able to grab and fetch and install those drivers. In some cases, some of them are in the system but not installed, like available from the system. A lot of times you need to go on the internet using the Microsoft update to get to that. But the point is that when you have a computer running Windows, that install is specific to every piece of hardware on that computer. Now, there is a Linux distribution that does the same thing, and that is Gentoo. So what I'm going to say here about Linux is not going to apply to anything that is Gen 2 or based on Gen 2. Not to say that Gen 2 is bad, it's just that what makes Gen 2 so good and streamlined is that it installs kind of like Windows, where it only installs the things specific to the computer, which means you can't take that disk out and drop it into another computer that's completely different specs and expect it to run. But most other Linux distributions will fall under this category of portability. Now, it does not matter if the system is on a hard drive internally to the system, or if it's, like I usually run, an external hard drive or a flash drive. And it does not have to be a CD live key either. Nearly any Linux distribution that you install will fall under this portability model. So the reason this works is because the drivers for most systems, and the reason why I mentioned in a previous video why Linux actually has better driver support out of the box, is because the kernel itself carries the drivers for all of this different hardware, and on the system boot, it's going to load the things that it needs based on what it detects in the system. And so Linux becomes portable. How portable? Well, it becomes as portable as this. We happen to have here an external hard drive. Now, my office computer here is running Arch. And it doesn't matter if it's running Arch or Linux Mint, by the way. It is running on an external hard drive. So what I had here is that I had the external system, and then the hard drive is mounted into that. Well, I go to turn it on today, and the system won't boot up. So it's a simple matter of taking that computer out of its place, dropping another computer, which is my computer based on my just on my laptop, which is my portable Linux laptop. Just plug the USB hard drive into there, boot it up, and then tell it to boot off of that hard disk. Now my entire system is up and running exactly the same, no issues whatsoever, because Linux is portable. Now, there is a caveat on the installation that you need to be aware of if you are trying to make this happen. And this is why I always tell you to unplug that first disk every time you install a Linux distribution. The reason for that is that you have a bootloader on your computer. So when you boot up a computer, we go into your basic BIOS system, which is a basic input-output system. What this system is going to do is it goes through and finds a boot record. And then with the boot record, then what it's going to do is it's going to go out and it's going to grab the information on the boot record of the drive and then say, where is the operating system? That will point to the operating system. Now, the reason you pull that first drive every time you install a Linux distribution is you always want your bootloader on the disk with the operating system. If you have multiple disks in your computer, some installers simply drop it on the first disks. Other installers give you the choice of where to install it. If you have the choice of where to install it, you can keep it in there and just make sure you select the proper disk. But all that being said, because all of the drivers it needs to run the system and everything related to the system is all embedded into the kernel, then a Linux system is going to be portable. This is why you can have things like Tails on a live key, why you can install Linux onto a USB drive, and you can jump them around from computer to computer. Linux is very portable. This makes it very powerful because while I had a system go down today, I didn't miss anything, including any of the files. Even the organization of my desktop is exactly the same because it's the same computer. It's just booting off of different hardware. That is a major strength in the portability of Linux. So what would happen if a Windows computer died? Well, first thing, I'd have to reinstall the Windows, and then I would have to reinstall my software. And 3 days later, I'd have to go back in and reset all my configurations. And then I'd have to grab my files. Now, if it happened suddenly and I didn't know and I didn't have a recent backup, then I'm kind of out of luck. I got to get in there and hopefully I can get into that disk and grab my files and things like that. But all of that being said, with the way this system works on Linux, you can take that same hard drive, whether it's internal or external, and you can just take it out and drop it into other computers, into other hardware, boot it off an external drive, whatever else you need to do, because Linux is portable. that's what I wanted to say today. If anyone's curious as to the my title, slide down below me. Linux is portable. PSU, anyone? Well, that's because the power supply unit in the main computer died. So, yeah, whatever. So, that's all I want to talk about on this brief video today. Thanks for watching. Have a look at the links in the description down below. And I hope that you enjoy switching to a very portable Linux. All right, there's that. Let's see who's texting me in the middle of my discussions. Gotcha. Okay. All right, good. I was going to have to ask somebody who had a Galaxy to look at a website for me, but I think we got it resolved. That was my text. Okay. All right. Sweet. Alrighty. So, let's see. Ryzen will have all the patches around October. You gold once you replace the PSU and get a good budget. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Do I replace the PSU or do I just pick up another one because it's getting old anyway? Okay, gotta go. Might be back later. All right, see you later, Hunter. Dell Latitude L400 I had in college ran Ubuntu well, but was over a decade ago. But could you actually do stuff on it? It wouldn't even take my CD to install my internet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, man, you got to go find that. This woman bought a Dell computer and it had Ubuntu on it because I guess it was like $100 cheaper or whatever. And then she gets it and she cries to the media, "This isn't a real computer. I can't even install my internet." What do you need to install the internet for? You don't need to install internet on a computer. Like, I don't ever get, I mean, back in the day with AOL, but that was not what we had. I mean, I don't know. That's called bloatware. That .exe CD drive they gave you to install the internet on your computer. No, that was just a bunch of bloatware. Sorry. Maybe next time before you go and complain to the news media, learn how to use your computer a little bit. There's a thought. Can't install my college software. Have an extra power supply around. Well, yeah. I don't like having extra stuff laying around now. Hello, Anarita. Greetings, Quint. How's it going there? Servers have redundant power supplies. Back is killing me. Going for the back massage. Alright. Massage would be awesome right now. Put your back to the screen, man. Put your back to the screen. Alright. 3.11 Winamp. Hey, man, I still have a copy of Winamp. If you want it, I have an old copy of Winamp on my backup files. I think I have... It might actually be on this other computer. Where do I have that at? I don't think it's here. I think it is on that computer. I think I have a Windows 98 build on that computer. I'm pretty sure. And now you know why I always keep at least one functional ISO installed on a smaller drive. Yep. Persistent tails, yep. While my operating on their own separate drive makes things easier and safer. Yep. Backups no longer have any USB flash drives. Alright. How do you back up my data? I use a couple of things. So anything that's like any personal files. So personal photos, tax documents, those general lifey type files you want to keep around, you know, whatever it happens to be. Those I actually have on a completely separate operating system. That runs Linux Mint Mate. And that one there, what I do with that is it's a fully encrypted disk. It has all the information on it, and then all of the files on that get redundantly backed up on two separate drives. One of those backups is in the office. The other of those backups is in a bank vault. So I keep multiple copies of things going. Any like media file backups, like movies, music, things like that, that is all on a RAID 0 on my NAS. And then there is once again, a backup that gets done of that. And the backup of that is, again, in the bank vault. And then all the business files, those get backed up to 2 redundant file servers. One of those is in the office here, and the other one is out in of course, the vault again. So I use 3 different things, and I always do my backups manually because I want to confirm everything. I do not like using software or things like that because there was a time I was using that and the software failed, and I actually lost a lot of files because the backups were not triggering correctly and they weren't reporting correctly. And it was like, yeah, so I do everything manually now. Shooting in Philly, another one. Do I need to look that up? Does anyone have this? Let's have a look. Southwest Philadelphia, huh? Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's like shooting in Chicago. What do you mean?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're not.
Is it? I mean, is anyone else starting to think at this day and age that it's getting to the point where it's like somebody's got to be organizing all these things, or we're just at the end of times? I don't know. One of the two. Hey, have a look at my other channel for more discussion on that. Check CL in the free section. Yes, that's a good idea. Check Craigslist in the free section. That might be a good place to go. That's I think what I'll probably do today. Time shift is handier. There you go. GR sync to backup home folder, 2 external drives, 2 of them. Blame you for a 5-year-old machine. Yeah. Girl, yeah, she dropped out of school because of the computer. It's everyone else's fault. I'm perfect. The other place actually I was going to go down is I was going to go down to the surplus store on campus. Image refresh installed, Arch config with all the stuff I need. Installing the internet. That's right. Internet on CD. What does that even mean? I'm telling you. Usually, so if you were to get like a new internet and they'll, and I'm not sure if they still do this or not. I think they try and upsell you by sending somebody to install. Doesn't make sense. But they'll send you an auto install packet where you're supposed to put this thing in your computer and run the program. It's going to do all of the little things, which it's like, no, the internet is actually independent of your computer. The internet is run by that little boxy with the little flashy lights, okay? That one there's called a modem, and the modem might or might not be a router or might not have a router after it. Ooh, scary stuff. And so they would give these CDs, which mostly it's just installing a bunch of stuff to install the internet, and it was just a bunch of bloatware crap from your ISP. Garbage. Mitchell, I had so many of those AOL discs. At one point in time, I actually made an AOL disc wind chime. I should have kept that thing. It'd probably be worth money these days. Principal made an announcement today that students can get suspended for using VPNs. Why are you still in school, Quint? It's like summer. Anyway. So, oh, lordy. So, Quint, would that stop you from using your own VPN? Would they even understand? On Dell desktops, some have their own proprietary PSU. Well, that's a Lenovo. And I'm pretty sure, a light on is not exactly a proprietary thing. Yeah, some of the Dells, like my mini tower that runs my NAS, that is actually a proprietary PSU system. So that one I would definitely need to probably just replace the whole computer if that thing died. Internet on CD, over 600 megabytes of online content for you to browse with no need to type your phone line. Contains all the popular sites like Hamster Dance. Does anybody else out there remember the Hamster Dance? I mean, really. In case you are not familiar with the hamster dance. Well, I'm not sure why I'm promoting Nord. Hey, everyone, if you need a VPN like Quint, get Nord. tlm.li/Nord. But yes, here's the hamster dance, guys. Ooh, let's just keep the hamster dance on, right? Don't we get more of them? Aren't there more coming? Gaming on Linux is definitely better than Windows 10 since the April update. All right. 17-year-old father says, internet is on this cord, so keep plugging the internet. Shows up. Yep. Better for using VPNs? Really? Yeah. If you're on a budget, then get a micro ATX FM Mobi. You refrain the DDR3. Yeah, let me look into that. Let me write that one down. I'm gonna look into that. Like, I wonder how it would work to get another Fitlet, because I mean that would match my minimalism. Because one of the things is like, man, I have so many cords and wires and cables. Kind of neat, weird stuff. All right, let me write that one down. Micro ATX FM 2 Plus Mobi. All right, have we seen enough hamster dance? Are we done with the hamster dance now? Can I drop the hamster dance? All right, let's get rid of the hamster dance. I'm going to look this thing up here. All right, let's see. So that guy, so that's $60, huh? Couple PS slots, 2 RAM. There's only 2 SATAs? Oh wait, hold on. Are those SATAs too? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there's 4 SATAs on that. All right. There's can't really show you because I can't keep that picture up, I don't think. Oh, there you go. All right, so there's SATAs over here, and there's 2 SATAs here. So we have 2 SATAs here, we have 2 SATAs here, 0, 1, 3, and 2. We got 2 RAM ports. Here's your main power in. Does this have onboard graphics? Let's have a look at what we got here. So it does appear to have onboard graphics on it. That actually might be good. If I wonder if I could keep using that same case. That might be good to pick up this, pick up a PSU, and probably just I'll have to check the stats, but I might just be able to keep using the same RAM that I had in there. Back in the computer building mode. But hey, if I can get a better system up and running for just a little bit, that'd be cool. All right. Yeah, I'll look into that. Read into that a little bit further. Let me see this. Yeah, I don't know if that's DDR3 or not RAM. I'll have to look into it a little bit further. Probably is. Good eye, mate. Okay. I also offer refurbs. Can make it work. Guaranteed to pay nothing. No fixed quality. All right. Yeah, if you got the parts I might need, STS, let me know, and we'll haggle. Okay. Also get suspended for removing their tracking software that is installed on my personal computer. At that point in time, there's foxes in the hen house. I'm sorry. This is my personal computer. I'm not allowing you to put my software on it. Dude, I'd be talking to your parents at that point saying, you know what? This is my computer that I bought with my own money. I don't want their tracking software. Wow. Where did you go to school? 1954 Moscow? Probably. Yes. Okay. Gothmist.com. Law enforcement authorities in New York are joining a nationwide trend to push Google to share phone data on anyone using it location tracking services near the time and scene of a crime. Yep. A private school founded by Hitler. Quint goes to the Third Reich private school. Right, kitty? Right, kitty? Right? Mm. Yeah. You're a good buddy, aren't you? I love you, boys. Okay, use Linux Mint backup tool. Reason for them tracking everything you do. Yeah, what does that tracking software do? West Philadelphia, born and raised. All right. Cat Gamer, greetings. Wonder how many victims in this shooting. It said 1 dead, 5 injured, which is just sounds like an ordinary day in Philly, honestly. Written in Linux. Greetings, written in Linux. How's it going there? It's a police shooting in Philly. We actually had a police shooting in State College a few weeks ago. It took them a grand total of 1 hour for the state police to take it over and investigating it as a murder. Yep. Got to ask, does this look familiar at all? No. Lots of blinky lights. Homie, don't do bloatware. I haven't got sent AOL CDs. I'm not even in America. Hey, man, over there, it's still AOL. It's just called Australia Online. Come on. All right. Really should consider homeschooling my kid. Yeah, that's anymore. This is a standard one. That's FM2. I'm not on library at this point in time. I'm on also on BitChute. One of the big ones, it might have been library, it might have been one of the other ones. They're like, well, you can pay now or wait a long time. I'm like, no, I don't know. Tells the principal that he can see you in court and then explain why he has the right to infringe on your rights to privacy. Yeah. Well, the problem is, though, is it's a private school, and so they simply say, well, those are our policies. You don't have to go here. So I get it, unfortunately. Still have the Hamster Dance full remix song burned on CD. Nice. Constitutions, yep. Well, if it were a public school you could make that argument. Because a public school is a government-funded, state-run institution. Which makes no sense why everyone's forced to have a Google account and facial recognition tracking your children, etc., etc. But, you know, we just haven't had enough people challenge it yet. But going to a private school, different case. A private school has the ability to say, sorry, those are our rules for attending this. I understand it. It's crazy. I'm still going to call it the Third Reich private school, though. So. Hamster dance only if my back did not hurt. Yes. This says it's the FM2 Plus. See, Mark. This says it's the FM2 Plus. Is this Ethernet gigabit? My guess is it probably is. Yeah, gigabit Ethernet. 2 USB 2s, there's 2 USB 3s, there's 2 more USB 2s, so there's a couple USB 3s. Oh, you know what? Would it have the... If I were to be able to keep that case, would I be able to still run... See that? This is onboard graphics, right? Somebody? Yes? That one's onboard graphics, I think. 2 RAM slots. There's our speaker systems. There's a system fan. Okay, there's front USBs. So I'm guessing my front USBs are all USB 2s. Do I have any 3s? What's this one? What are you? I'd have to see what that one is. If I do need to buy new parts, though, I think that this is a good candidate. And I'll actually look at how that aligns to the dimensions and see if that would actually fit in my board or not, or in my case. Hamster dance again. First time is bad enough. Yeah, you know. Do you think that'd actually pair with my existing processor? There's a thought. I think this one's a A8, I think. Hold on, I took a picture of my processor, or my stats here. All right, so the processor that I have in that is an A8 5500. Think that's going to work in that? Hamster dance. That's why I subscribe. That's right. Best of cable management solutions. It's still a nightmare looking for an excuse for this to happen. Yeah. Hi, and chop chop on that science fiction book. Yeah, this week I've been working on book 2 of the Kings of All Creation series, but I do need to get back because I have six or 7 chapters written on it, which is about half of the book is done. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Next stream, Tom will pimp his Dell desktop. Well, that one's a Lenovo. Hello, Snap. How's it going there? Make a killing moving your content to the library because of the size of your audience. I'll look into it. Talk to parents, talk to school board, talk to lawyer, talk to teacher, get answers and everything in writing. Yeah. Yeah, likely they just haven't had any pushback. And so they're going to do... It's kind of like... I think what you're experiencing, Quint, is that it's kind of like when Facebook started to roll out and then people are like, well, we require your password for Facebook because they wanted to log into your Facebook account. See what you're not showing publicly. And that was ruled as completely illegal. So they can't do that. And I think that a lot of this stuff, they're just doing it. And if there's pushback, they'll back up, honestly. Top youngsters, what happened to pizza? He's around here somewhere. He was on earlier. And people in school don't even know what Linux is. That's frightening. How do you possibly get a job in IT and not know what Linux is? I mean, I know they've color coded all those things so you don't possibly plug the speaker into the microphone line, but you know. Still called America Online. Heard the schools demand that you have Chromebooks. Yeah, Trug software is called Securely and it forces you to sign in with a school Google account to access the internet on school Wi-Fi. Wow. Contact EFF and ask for advice. Yeah, see, if it was a public school, all that would be valid. But since it's a private school, they can pretty much dictate what happens on their system. DSN over HTTPS in the browser, no ISP can track or see what you're doing. Long as it will take the AMD A8 7600B or 76. I'll look into it. Okay. Should be if it has an HDMI port with onboard graphics. Yeah, it does look like that. It does look like it does have onboard graphics, which I think is dependent on the CPU, right? I believe that's on the CPU. We have the A6 or A8. Yeah, I have the A8 8800, I think. Okay, must be Swedish. That's very sweet of it. That was bad. B means pro for whatever reason. Probably use the Mac OS. Yeah, they have Macs is what they're running, right? Color coding would be handy inside the computer whenever it came to the idea of black cables and black ports inside of a black case, you know. Big blind animal that digs who is called a mole. Yep. This is a mole hunter. You hunting moles, kitty kitty? Yeah, that computer doesn't specifically need a graphics card. All right. Let's see. Your chest hair while you were scraping your neck, and she goes, "That's hairy." Hey, I am the missing link. I mean, I'm a hairy dude. Yeah. I mean, I got that, and I even have hair that goes down and it just instantly stops. Oh, kitty, stop typing on my keyboard. Yeah, I'm a hairy dude. Dream PSU go to heaven? Yes. Yes, my media PC's PSU went to heaven, but Linux is portable, so I just put the hard drive on my laptop and we're good. All right, let's go ahead and feed a kitty, and then we will hang out until the comments run dry. All right, buddy, you know what time it is, kitty? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It's time for kitty treats. It's time for kitty treats. It's time for kitty treats. Hey, can I open this bag? Will you let me open it? Oh boy, it's kitty treats. It's kitty treats. Go ahead, stick your paw in there. Stick your paw in there. We like when you stick your paw in there. Nope, paw. Not face, paw. Get your paw. There you go. Yes, there you go. There it is. You got it. And let's go for one more here. And let's go one for the big camera over here. Yes. Are they finger licking good? They are. They're finger licking good. Yeah. I'm doing film editing. It takes a... no, I'm not. Not on that computer. This is the computer I use for editing. This one has 4 gig onboard and a Ryzen 1600. That's just the media PC. That just plays YouTube videos and searches the internet. I don't need anything powerful on that. I mean, like I said, if I could actually play around and maybe pick up like a little Fitlet PC or something, like not one of the low-end micro PCs, but an actual higher-end micro PC, that would actually be rocking awesome because I would not have all of the junk, you know, laying around. I would love that if that would work. I am from another planet, yes. Feeding the desk panther. Was that good? Was that good? Was that good, little desk panther? Was it? Okay. 42-inch TV. We see things better. All right. Probably doing film. Okay, let's see. Did it fry the Mobo and other components? Honestly, I don't know. All I know right now is the PSU is dead. I don't have a real good way to test if everything else still works or not. Got here in time for the kitty treats. Hello, CJ. How's it going there? CJ is the big sexy beast. Yes, he is. Happened to me in 2000. Yeah, that's when I rebuilt this one. That's what happened. I think the power supply fried the whole thing on the way out. Hey, CJ, it's CJ. Yep. Pinebook Pro. There we go. Replaced the PSU first. Found it needed to replace everything else. Can play 4K videos even. Check out Windows. Windows is great. I'll keep the Windows disk in there in case it fries everything else, you know. Imagine CJ moons the viewers and our eyes would go, ew, that 42-inch does it to you. There's a 42-inch cat butthole. Well, as far as I know, the power supply is dead. I don't know if everything else is dead or not. So, task 1, let me see if anybody in town here has one they're trying to unload for a couple dollars or free if I go pick it up. Task 1, test that, see if it works. And once I get that up and running, see if that fixes the rest of the computer. So, if that doesn't, if everything else is fried, then this thing there will fit into that case. Or I could just look into picking up something else. What's this Windows you speak of? It's these things I look outside in. Could buy an Intel Nuke. It's a mini PC kit. Ooh, let me look at that one. Intel NUC. All right, let's have a look at the Intel NUCs. Let's have, well, not that one. Where's my web browser view? All right, web browser views. All right, so we got these guys here. So here's just the boards. All right, let's... Probably the kit. Let's look at the kit rather than the full mini PCs. All right. Okay, so these are... Let me see what these cheaper ones go versus the more expensive ones. All right, so let's look at that one. Let's look at this beast. Yeah, look at this crap. $100. I'm all over it. Okay, 16 gigs of RAM. DDR3. No, leave me alone. Six USB ports, 2 and 3. 2 front, 2 rear USB 3, and 2 USB 2s. Do these have processors in them as well? What's the processor? I'm fairly useless when it comes to board repair stuff off the top of my head. I have to look it up. This has some USB 3.1. This one's DDR4 with a max of 32. 3 displays. How many is this? How many displays? 3 displays supported. All right. No. Jeez. All right. All right. Anybody can tell me, do these have processors on them or not? All right. Let me check in the comments. Let me know. All right. Windows is great for slowing down progress. Raspberry Pi. No, Raspberry Pi is definitely not as powerful as what I need. I need something that's a full 64-bit processor system. What's Linux? It is an alien spaceship. Yes. Linux is indeed an alien spaceship, you know. Forgotten how long it takes Windows to update. Yep. Intel NUC attached to your dumb TV runs Arch. Sleepy, what? How do I see what processor are on those? Did I just miss it entirely? How good is the security and privacy on Linux? Yes, security and privacy on Linux is infinitely better than Windows. Well, privacy is definitely better on Linux than Windows. Security is about the same. Windows makes a lot of strides, but Windows has no privacy at all. Linux is absolutely rocking awesome. Nuke has been super reliable. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, let me have a look at, this is the one that Quint bought. Let's have a look at that. All right, so, okay, so this is Core i3, all right. Of course, it's currently unavailable. Okay, this is available from certain sellers. That's actually in my price range there. I'm not, I never liked the i3 processor though. Every time I've tried to run an i3 processor, it's kind of sucked. Of course, I've always tried to run them on Windows, but okay. Till nukes are expensive, you can find cheaper microcomputer systems if you shop around. Doesn't Pine have them as well? I don't know if those are gonna. Yeah, that's not the type of processor I'm looking for though. But 6 of them running with clients. Using first came out, they were cheaper than actually buying a proprietary thin client. Got hardware of Lilputing. All right. Processors, but the site doesn't have them listed for some reason, which is, you'd think that Intel, of all companies, Intel would list the processors in their microcomputers. Literally. Okay, well, I'll look around at those. I think that might be an option I want to go to. Because I think it'll, reducing things down, reducing the power footprint is always something I'm always looking at trying to do. What does Linux mean? Dark magic. Don't touch anything. You'll anger the spirits. They'll curse you forever. Oh, no, that's just Arch and Gentoo. Come on, man. Linux Mint's friendly. It's your friend. Missed the processor section. I'm coming with celeries all the way up. All right, let me go back to Intel nukes again. Let's nuke this place. Okay. So we have boards, kits, PCs. So let me look at what the boards look like here. All right. Dude, I can't refine by processor? Really? Yeah, let's check. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Want the tall version. The short one uses M2 SSD. Okay, so the tall version for the hard drive. Well, I mean, honestly, an M2 SSD may not be bad because I usually run this computer on an external hard drive anyway. So, it doesn't make a lot of difference to me what's inside. Although it would be nice to have a full-size SSD inside it because I can just throw my Linux Mint in there. Bit more expensive, but I can vouch for their reliability. Later, Quint. Try around 450 or so, get an awesome mini. And Intel also produced chipsets that were secretly hardwired to use the oldest and slowest BIOS, then place the hardware environment with AMD processors. Honestly, I don't know. I don't follow the hardware development enough. Back to the start page again. Not on DuckDuckGo. You know, start page run by Google. No, start page is not run by Google. Start page uses a proxy system to pull Google results. That's why I use start page, because it gets you a lot better results. I think DuckDuckGo's results are still severely lacking. Yeah, the Intel site does not actually tell us the processor. You'd think Intel, of all places, would tell you the processor. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up at this point in time. So thanks for coming along, guys, and thanks for the tips. I'm going to hunt around and look at what are these options that we have that are good or not. So thanks for coming along, and we will catch you guys all later.